Still to this day, I think The Walking Dead Season 1 is probably one of the first best seasons of any show I've ever watched. And I have watched a lot of shows throughout my years, and I wholeheartedly believe that. Now, of course, The Walking Dead in its first season only had 6 episodes and a different showrunner with Frank Darabont and a lot of different things going on, but there is still yet to be another show that really captures my attention and captivates me like The Walking Dead Season 1. You can even think of great shows like Game of Thrones, The Sopranos, Breaking Bad, and the list goes on. But even with an elite list like that, I still think The Walking Dead for a season 1 is better than all those shows. Again, I have not seen a season 1 of a show more captivating than The Walking Dead. It generally takes a lot of shows a season or two to find its footing and to get going and to get great. Think of Star Trek The Next Generation, for example. Season 1 of that show is not the best. It truly isn't. But by season 5 of that show is absolutely elite. That is one of the best shows I've ever watched, right? Think of Supernatural Season 1. I think Supernatural had a very strong Season 1, but by Season 5, that show was incredible. Again, going back to The Sopranos, I thought Season 1 was very strong, but by Season 2, 3, 4, 5, that show was one of the best ever created. You could probably make the same argument for Game of Thrones. Well, until the end. We don't talk about the end of Game of Thrones here. Breaking Bad, same case. But The Walking Dead, I truly believe, just struck lightning in a bottle that has just not been found since or ever before. And it really was a once in a decade thing, or even once in every 2 decade thing, because it was truly that magical. And even still to this day, I go back and watch season 1. There's just something about it that's just, there's just a certain mystique around it. And there's just a different energy around it that is just purely still just awesome. And I love season 1 of The Walking Dead. In that season, we are introduced to so many charismatic and dynamic characters with depth and problems and so forth. It is no doubt one of the best first seasons of any show I've ever watched. And of course, I am probably a little biased. The Walking Dead is probably my favorite show if I really had to pick one. But I bet if you would ask the most average Walking Dead fan around, someone who probably fell off the show around season 8, if you would go back and ask them, do you think season 1 of The Walking Dead was quite good, if not one of the best? I bet you they would say yes. And I still love how grounded season 1 feels compared to some seasons down the road. I think what I love about season 1 is all the things that I've said already, but it also feels so grounded and realistic. It feels like what people would do if zombies started roaming the earth, right? Like, it is, again, a zombie show, and I know that can get a little wild and goofy, but it's one of the most grounded seasons and grounded shows that I've ever watched when it comes to tackling something very fantastical, supernatural, whatever you want to call zombies. And I think that was one of the things that captivated me when I first started watching The Walking Dead, that it felt so real. It was like, yeah, I could see people doing this, and this is how people would react in the situation. And heck, that's how maybe I would react in that situation, right? But to not ramble on too long, I just wanted to make a quick video saying that I do think The Walking Dead season 1 is the best season 1 of any show that I've ever watched. Now, I've not watched every show out there, but I have watched a lot of shows throughout the years, and I do think The Walking Dead has the strongest season 1 I've ever watched, and that's taking into account some of the greats like The Sopranos and so forth. But with that said, what do you think about The Walking Dead season 1? Do you think it's one of the best ever? Let me know down in the comment section below. And while you're down there, if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. Until next time, guys, everyone have a great day. Thanks for watching.